Nasheman News. I'm Rizwan, Asad, and today we have got a very special guest, a very Aam Aadmi, convener of Aam Aadmi Party, Prithvi Reddy, the future Chief Minister if Aam Aadmi comes to Karnataka. We are pleased to have you in our studio, sir. And now with Aam Party making inroads in Punjab, you've already been, your government is there twice in Delhi. So what is the state of Aam Aadmi Party in Karnataka? What are the inroads? What are your plans? Can you just...
Rizwan bhai, I want to start off by saying in the Aam Aadmi Party, CM means common man. And I was born a common man. So I was born a CM.
I can make out how common you are, how simply dressed you are. You don't look like a politician also.
Yeah. So all these days, politics was like an exclusive club. By a few people, for a few people. And you will see that across parties, even their marriages happen between one of them, right? So you have to have money power, muscle power, or a particular religion behind you, caste behind you. The recent Punjab elections, before the Delhi elections, has shown that, number one, that a common man should fight elections, that they can win elections, that after winning, that they will work for the common man. And we had a model called Delhi model, where in 5 years, we did more public good than what various governments had done in 70 years. Now, with that model, we went to Punjab, and people of Punjab have given us a mandate which is unbelievable.
No, but the first time you had gone there 5 years back, you couldn't make inroads.
So in 2017, we had it was only 2 years since we had formed government in Delhi. We didn't have enough proof of this model. So people said, yeah, they're good people, but let us see. So we have to understand we are the fastest growing party in India. We have far exceeded, for example, BJP. BJP took 40 years to get people elected into parliament or assembly. In 8 years, we have 92 MLAs in Punjab. We have 62 in Delhi. And across the country, whether it's Gram Panchayat in Karnataka, we won 2 corporators. In Goa, we have 2 seats. In Uttarakhand, we got a good vote share. See, until the 10th, we need to understand, people said these are good people. They are doing good work, but they can't beat the existing system. It's so corrupt, so powerful that you can't beat it. Today, when a boy, 29-year-old boy who's working in a mobile shop, beats a sitting chief minister, it gives hope. Today, another name for hope is Aam Aadmi Party. Right? So,
or your symbol jhadu aaya to sabko jhadu phel diya.
Absolutely. When we chose the symbol, we said, some people have a lamp post, some people have a lantern, some people have some other symbol, which means nothing. Our symbol itself tells our story. You don't need to tell anyone. What is our aim is very clear, that not swept everybody, swept corruption. We are not against individuals or parties. We are not giving an alternative to BJP, Congress or JDS.
But people call you an alternative to... your opposition has alleged that Aam Aadmi Party is nothing but B team of BJP.
So, the BJP says we are B team of the Congress. Congress says we are B team. Very honestly, this is the first time in a long, maybe 30 years, that the country has, these are all substitutes. They are not alternate. Alternate means something different. There is no difference between these parties. Their politics is the same. We are offering an alternate to their politics. It does not matter whether in some state it will be, in Chandigarh we beat the BJP, in Gujarat we beat the Congress, in Punjab we beat the Congress. So our opposition is not against a person or a party. Corruption. Our opposition is against corruption, and we want the common man to get basic necessities for a decent life. It can't be after 75 years of independence. It cannot be that only a rich man's son can become a doctor or an engineer, right? It cannot be that if I don't have money, that I cannot provide treatment to my family members. Across the world, in developed countries, when you pay tax, That money is used for people. Here it's being used to fill people's pockets. There is nothing free. Delhi government is not giving anything free. Delhi government is using your tax for
money
you.
Pay. And they've shown a way how to.
If you are honest and you don't fill your pockets.
We have seen and we've heard that the government schools are like corporate schools and the hospitals.
We have swimming pools and
pools. Yeah, I saw the video.
Right? We have in our hospitals, whether it's consultation, medicine, scans, any procedure is free for everybody. You don't need a BPL card.
Just walk.
You can go in a Mercedes Benz, get whatever treatment, and there is no billing section at all.
In your government hospital?
There's no billing section at all. I am saying that is what we paid our taxes. If you buy a matchbox today for 2 rupees, on the 2 rupees you have paid 40 paisa tax. So even the poorest man
is paying
his tax. It's not like only those who pay IT are paying tax.
No, one more thing. Even your schools, which you have done, rich people's children are studying there, I heard.
See, because...
And why you have given buses free, you have given electricity free. How have you managed all this?
Just through honest governance. When we first formed government in Delhi, the revenue was 28,000 crores. Without increasing any taxes, we have now taken it to 68,000 crores, which is almost 2.5 times. Without increasing taxes, that means our department is not going and taking bribes. Our ministers are not taking bribes. Whatever has to be paid, when people see that, look, this government is spending the money on us, then everyone wants to pay their taxes. People are basically honest. When they know that the taxes are being misused, they also feel, why should I pay taxes? Anyway, there is no use of paying taxes. That is the difference. That is the only, when you say Delhi model, it means that people's hard-earned money, which they pay taxes, is spent on people, not filling pockets.
So, but you said a very good thing that, a common man in your Aam Aadmi party has beaten the ex-chief minister of Punjab. So, what is the criteria of, your selection of candidates? What background do you see? Whether you take only people who are very poor or even the educated class? How do you take on?
Rizwan bhai, Aam Aadmi does not mean Garib Aadmi.
No.
Aam Aadmi is everyone. You and me are Aam Aadmi.
Everybody, I'm just trying to
Aam Aadmi is a person who does not have the privileges of the ruling class. Right? So, it is not that we will look for a poor person or a rich person. If someone has made money honestly, we will not condemn such people. Everyone should make money. Everyone's life should improve. So saying that Aam Aadmi party will choose only poor people, no. But we are the only party where we will consider a boy, 29-year-old boy, to fight against a CM, that boy working in a mobile shop. The only criteria we see, other parties see bank balance, they see their political background, they see what religion, what caste, etc. What we see is how is the connect of that person with the people. And before elections, before ticket, we do a survey. And in the survey, we don't ask whom will you vote for. We ask if we, for example, Labh Singh, if we feel Labh Singh, will you ensure he wins? Aap jitaoge kya? That is the reason why we are not, no other political party can understand our strength, because our strength is people. So, we don't have money, but we go to people and people are supreme.
So, you'd be having a report card like in this constituency?
Everyone. So what we do normally, if someone shows interest in contesting an election, we give them, depending on how much time we have, like in Karnataka, we are giving them 3 months time. We say in 3 months, all you have to do, we are not asking you to spend big money, give television advertisement or anything. We say go to every house and convey
your message.
This message of Aam Aadmi Party. How, if Aam Aadmi Party wins here, what is it that will change in your life? After this 3 months, we will do a survey. Whoever the candidate, does not matter how rich, powerful, influential, popular he is. We have seen a very popular man like Sidhu lose an election. Right? He's a fantastic cricketer. I'm a big fan of the way he used to hit sixes. He's a very good comedian. He has a great sense of humor.
One comedian has become a chief minister, one comedian is lost.
So I'm trying to say he was beaten by a lady activist who is working for educating women on health and hygiene. She's called the Pad Woman in Punjab. She has not just beaten Sidhu, she has beaten Majitya, who was considered a don, the sand mafia, all that was controlled by him. Sidhu went there saying that I will defeat him, but he also got defeated, not by 1 or 2 votes. He got defeated by 20,000 votes. If people of India have a choice, they will choose the right person. All these days, across parties, when you have 3 thieves, then they'll see
who's the better among them.
Not better. Who will give me more money? Which person is my religion? Which person is my caste? Because they're all the same. Then you look for other factors. When you find an honest person, people know that an honest person can improve their life, so they will vote for an honest person.
Coming back to Karnataka, the election would be around the corner. I mean, we don't know because with the victory in 4 states, BJP, they may bring in the election, some election in November, or it may be going next year. How well prepared is your party to face the election? And because BBMP elections won't be taking any in near future, because you know why, the reason, I don't want to tell that. So how well prepared are you?
So number 1, the BJP did not win 4 states. The opposition lost 4 states. Wherever BJP has had a strong opposition in the past 2 years, whether it's Bengal, whether it's Tamil Nadu, whether it's Kerala, whether Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, they have lost elections. The problem with the opposition campaigns there, they concentrate too much on criticizing the BJP. Aam Aadmi Party goes to people saying that forget about what BJP has not done. Here is what we will do. Vote for us. This is what we will do for you. You have to have an agenda. Just criticizing others does not help. If they do something wrong, you can criticize. But if you go to people saying he's bad, so vote for me, he'll say you also will be bad. Instead, you should tell them that this is what is wrong with the opposition. Here is what we are able to do. So as far as Karnataka goes, our BBMP elections are over 16 months due. Clearly, the BJP is scared to hold elections. Even after the 4 states, they don't have any confidence that they can win BJP because they have let down the people of Karnataka. More so, Bangalore in the past 2 years has collapsed. 13 people have died out of potholes. Whenever there is a rain, there is dirty sewage water entering.
Even the successive government, even the Congress or even the...
It doesn't matter.
The roads are always in bad shape. 8,000, 10,000 crores have been sanctioned, but the roads...
20,000 crores.
I mean,
just for road repair.
And nothing has been done.
Nothing. I mean, you can see. You don't have to ask anybody. You don't need proof. It's in front of your eyes.
And the saddest part is, we all talk, everybody talks, everybody says Bangalore, we have to development IT, but nobody does. What is the reason? Why?
Because across parties, right now, you'll see the MLAs across all parties don't want these elections. The reason being, if there are corporators, they have to divide the loot.
The fund.
Not the fund, the loot.
You're saying.
I'm saying, right? The loot. I have no problem in saying it. And they have this idea that the longer we wait, the more money we can make. So unfortunately, politics in the past few decades has become an investment. It's a business. So in any business, you put in some money and you make some money. That has to change if Bangalore has to change. For every problem that Bangalore or Karnataka has, there is 10 solutions. You have seen biggest problem in Karnataka is we are the worst, most corrupt state in the country. Corruption affects every person's life. The Contractors Association wrote to Mr. Modi 8 months ago, and there's no reply they have got, saying that earlier it used to be 8, 10, 12% commission. Now they're taking 40% commission. What you have to understand, it's not only your money that's getting looted. Those people are building bridges in those contracts. Those bridges will fall because if he's given 40% commission, he will use 40% less cement. He will use 40% less jelly. He will use 40% less steel. If they build a hospital, that hospital will fall. So I'm saying this is a very serious crisis. People must appreciate that if you want to save Namma Bengaluru or Namma Karnataka, we have to wake up now. All these days you didn't have a choice. So we are concurrently working both. Earlier we thought we'll first fight BBMP and then with that strength we'll fight the state. Today from across the state, I have to rush now for some interviews where I'm meeting candidates who have come from Bidar, Kalburgi, Kopla, Raichur. The common man who is fed up of these three parties today wants an alternative, and they see Aam Aadmi Party as the only hope.
What is the present political scenario in state, and how would you overcome that scenario?
The same way we did in Delhi, the same way we did in Karnataka, BJP in Punjab, the BJP or the Congress or the JDS, they are just different names for the same kind of politics. They are different parties, but they are divided by parties but united by corruption, right? So Karnataka has suffered. Unlike Bihar or UP, Karnataka was always a developed state, right? If you see in the time of the Mysore Maharaja, when he wanted to build the KRS, he went, pledged his personal assets in a bank in London and brought money. Today, forget about pledging their assets. They are putting their hands in our pocket and taking our assets. So, I think Kannadigas are intelligent people. They are not risk-taking like the Punjab people. Like Punjabis by nature will take risks. So that risk-taking has finished. Now you've seen in 1 week how Bhagwant Mann has done so much work in 1 week, which Captain Saab did not do in 4 years. Simple thing. The moment he came, he has announced a helpline.
His own personal
Correct?
number is there.
Now I'm trying to say, does Mr. Bommai have the courage to do it? They said 24 hours after we come, we will strengthen the Lokayukta. It's been 3 years. So whether it is the JDS, Congress or the BJP, their politics same and people understand. They were angry, but they did not have a viable alternative. They would always say, "Arey Baba, isko vote dalenge, to the vote will be wasted." Today that mindset has changed.
Sir, but there is a mindset among all the peoples. I may be wrong also. Now, chalo, हम दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी को दे रहे हैं, Punjab we are giving the, and in Karnataka you are making those. But when it comes to the Lok Sabha election, why is the Aam Aadmi Party lacking? You all don't win elections. That aura is not there, because what assembly in states you are creating for the local assembly elections or Zilla Panchayat or other elections, why is that you are not making so much inroads in the Lok Sabha elections?
So you have to start from grassroots. You have to start from Gram Panchayat. You have to start from wards and build it upwards. No other party except the BJP, Congress and the CPIM has ever ruled a second state. We've already crossed that. Today people are not happy with Mr. Modi, but all these days they have said, if not Modi, who? Congress and Rahul Gandhi are the biggest star campaigners for Mr. Modi, because they will show you Rahul Gandhi's photograph and say, isko vote daloge. Are you going to vote for him? And they'll say, no. But today, I believe that there is one person who has become a role model for everyone in the country. And there are still 2 years to go. I am not saying we are a very small party, very little resources. But our biggest strength is that we have people. And never underestimate the strength of the common man. I think Mr. Modi will not have a walkover like he has had in the past 2 elections. Whether we win, whether we lose, we are going to give a fight. And I think we will leave it to the people to decide whether we are the right party for this.
So in Karnataka, how is your membership drive going on, and how many people have joined?
It's phenomenal.
And we have always seen when Mamata won, it was Mamata Banerjee wave, when we had Nitish Kumar wave or something. Now with the Kejriwal wave, do you think this wave will stand strong winds, or and you will sweep all the corruption with sure?
That is our intention. As long as people give us. Here we are not going to ask for votes. We are going to ask for a chance. And we are telling people across the country, in Karnataka also we are telling people, give us one chance. If you vote and make us win one time, you will forget all the other parties.
How many seats are you expecting?
Like I said, we have people power on our side. If we fight an election, we are not fighting. It's not important if the Prithvi Reddy or XYZ become an MLA. It is important that we have power, because only if you are the ruling party can you deliver power. So we will aim to win and form government.
And why does the Aam Aadmi doesn't have a tie-up with any other party? What is the reason?
So the reason is that we have not found parties that are like-minded.
Or non-corrupt?
It is very important that we did not come to politics to form another party. We don't want to become another party. There are 18,000 parties in India. We don't want to build another party. We have to be different. It's very hard to form an alliance with a corrupt person just to win an election, because then you are defeating the purpose why you joined politics. Prithvi Reddy did not want to join politics. I was very happy with my life. I was an engineer. I was running a business. We asked for law against corruption. After pulling on for 1.5 years, lakhs of people in India came on the roads. They said yes, but when the bill went to Parliament, they laughed at us and said, you can't sit in Maidans and make laws. If you have the courage, fight and win election and make your own law. So we have taken them seriously. So our fight is against corruption. Our fight is for a better life for every Indian citizen.
It was very nice speaking to Prithvi Reddy, convener of Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party's formula is very simple. They want to fight corruption. And the symbol, which is a broom, they want to sweep the corruption out of the country. And they don't want to have alliance with any other party because they want to be different. That's why they call the Aam Aadmi Party. Thanks for watching Nasheman News. Me, Rizwan, Asad. And always keep watching Nasheman News for all the latest updates.